Sound again, folks, and it's Vinyl Reveals again. Good evening, or should I say, late afternoon. This episode being done, which means I can have a drink as well. So it could be quite scary for you folks out there. Don't let that put you off at the moment. Episode the big 2-5, quarter of a century of Vinyl Reveals. Who knew I'd make it this far, or lose the will to live? But it is entitled The Big Thank You. I've entitled that myself. I can be a little bit self-indulgent on this day, seeing as I've got to 25. And that's just a big thank you to everybody who's supported me. All the encouragement for all the guys on Twitter. I know the people who I can't mention, obviously, but to Sharon and to Steve Prince, for example, the #1 fan, Steve. Big up. Thanks for all the love, all the retweets and all this. And thanks for sticking with me. If you have stuck with me, you have. If you haven't, you haven't. But I've had no nasty comments, but there's always, obviously, a first time, so probably start flooding in there. But there you go, episode 25. I'm going to carry on. Nobody seems to be complaining about it. So thanks for all the views. Up to nearly like 90 views on the last episode, which is great. Also, wedding presents. I know a lot of wedding present fans, so that helps, obviously. But keep tuning in. Episode 25. A big thank you at Reveals Vinyl on Twitter, and Vinyl Reveals on YouTube. My name's Keith Evans. If this is your first episode, my name is actually Keith Evans. I'm from Wolverhampton, originally from Stourbridge. There's your background. That's all you need to know. And I like I like indie music and whiskey, which I've got a whiskey on the go. I shouldn't be revealing my trade secrets here, so I might get a bit sloppy during this one, but never mind. Episode 25. Right, and that, I probably forgot it now, but that intro was by a band called Revivalry. Now, it's a Revivalry band. They're a 3-piece, and they've got an average age of 14. I think maybe the oldest one's 15 or something, maybe 16, I don't know. So 3-piece, and they've got a very mature sound, I believe there. Straight up indie guitar pop, bit Britpoppy, so straight down the road, middle of the line, indie, but it sounds really good. I mean, you listen to it and you think, don't sound like a bunch of kids. So that's really good, and that will be. You'll be able to get hold of that on Brits and Pieces, the compilation CD. The guy on Twitter brought the first one out last year, and there's a #2 in the offing. I don't think it's too far away. Brits and Pieces. Check that out on Twitter, and they're on there. They're one of the songs on there. That song was called "Shame on You," and that is the song that's on Brits and Pieces. Go and check that out. I had issue 1. It was good. Some good stuff on there. Pleasant, easy listening stuff. Revivalry, female fronted 3-piece. Now, that didn't sound like a female to me, so I'm getting a little bit confused already. It might be the whiskey. Anyway, they've got a common love of rock and indie and pop, which is great. And, Kept Over, really good song, actually. I like it. And they are Connie Mills, Lewis Hubbard, and Ben Townsend. Good solid rock and roll name there, Townsend, of course. So there you go, check them out. Revivalry. Yes, all those V's. Revivalry. Check those guys out. Good stuff. We're on to the reveal. And that was a bit self-indulgent, opening, obviously, because it was Oscars week as well, so hell why not, it's not like I'm sat up here gaining an award for the outstanding the short video I've done. I didn't quite make the cut this year, strangely. I don't quite know what happened, but anyway, I'll digress. Let's bloody get on with it and stop waffling on. Anyway, here we go. I've had this. Sharon brought me this. I don't intend buying it myself. She said, no, you have it. Was it for my birthday? Or it was after birthday. She just generally likes me and buys me stuff. Anyway, so this is one of the few I've had brought for me. She'll probably have a go at me after. Say, actually, I brought you that one and that one. Anyway, issue 25, big target there. I've been busy again, doing nothing. So here we go. Today's vinyl reveals is, let's try and get it the right way up. I might just pull the damn thing out. It's a bit confusing, this one. I'm just going to pull it out, hopefully. Today's vinyl reveals is the album Fantasy Country by the band Flying Colours. Flying with 2 Y's. Don't know why. It's 2 Y's. 2 people there. And their arms in the air, I just don't care. Could be that. Flying Colours and Fantasy Country. Their second LP. Now, it's just in I haven't had it out of this store. Actually got this off. Did look for this on Bandcamp. It was all sold out. So, I'm the kind of person I am. I did a general Google search, which is always, sometimes that works. General Google search for it. And first place that popped up that had one, or the only place seemingly that had one, was I couldn't see one on there was one on eBay. It was about 50 quid, so I don't want to pay £50. Thank you very much. And there was one on Amazon, so I thought I'll just go for it. And yeah, I got it. And that was it, like a reasonable price, like £25, £26 or something, I think it was. So you can't grumble with that. So yeah, so I was probably one of the last persons to actually be able to physically buy it from a normal shop in the UK, I should imagine. But I was a bit late, slightly late coming to it, I think. But Sharon, God bless her, she pointed me in the direction of this band. And this is their second album, or sophomore, as the Americans like to term it, or sophomore album, the second one. Anyway, so digress. So let's get this off. You can see what's going on, and I can see what's going on. And this band, Flying Colours, yeah, they're from Australia, Melbourne in Australia. Called Antipodeans. Funnily enough, if you do a Antipodean map, if you go to Antipodean maps, that's so where you tunnel through. So if I tunneled through the Earth, right through the centre of the Earth, for the Earth's core, the molten core, I'd obviously die. But get past that. Theoretically, I would survive and get through. And if you go right through the core, from here, you would end up in the, where is it? The ocean down there. Whatever. Is it Antarctic Ocean? Whatever's down there. South of Australia. I'm not showing my geography's not really doing it today. But you're not far off from Melbourne, funnily enough, where these guys are from. And you're almost like on the parallel with them. So yeah, it's a proper, like, how far it is away. Again, my research has blatantly let me down. So here we go, let's go to the bloody final reveal. Flying Colours, Fantasy Country, nice and like a very pale yellow. Then we've got pale yellow going on this front. It's very abstract. Almost, those colours remind me of Andy Warhol, a little bit pop art, just colour-wise. But we've got this very abstract, almost like painting going on there. Daubed painting. Almost looks like an abstract flower or something like that. It's quite nice. I like it. It's fair enough. Yeah, ambiguous. Nice. Turn it round. And then again, we've got this nice bold font with the track listing. It's nice, short and sweet. We've got 4 tracks on each side. And we've got a very similar there, slightly different painting there. And then on the bottom there, we've got Club AC30. And we've got Poison City Records. Nice little logo there. You don't really see that I'll take a photo of that later, maybe post it up. Cool. Like that. Bit motorbike clubby, you know, gritty. AC 3017061, sorry, catalogue number. Flying Colours 2020. Club AC 30 and Poison City Records 2020. Now, February the 26th, I believe this came out. It says 2020 on it, but I'm assuming it was 21. Anyway. And yeah, they were formed in 2011. And they are Brody J. Brummer, get that right, with an umlaut over the U. Maybe some German heritage there. Melanie Barbaro, Gemma O'Connor, and Andy Lloyd / Russell, or well, / Russell. Yeah, so they had a debut single in 2013 called Wavy Gravy. I've not heard that, don't believe. A lot of fans of Gravy out there, you know who you are. And so any song with gravy in it, there's a lot to like. The Aussie 4-piece from Melbourne, and their first album was called Mindfulness in 2016. So this is, as I say, their second album. So really good. I heard a bit of them. Sharon mentioned them, so I gave them a listen. Really liked what I heard. So I thought, yeah, let's plump for it and go for it and see how we get on. So let's get inside. And okay, anything lurking inside there. Okay, that's just a download code, which is nice. Just have a download code in there. Not always got them. It's cool. And then inside, I assume that's the front. We've got again this painting effect, splat like pressed on painting effect, and with the guys at the band there, sort of probably photos kind of monoed and knocked back and played around with Photoshop. That looks really cool. Nice look at that. Nice and plain and simple. I like it. Well, guys. And on the reverse, again we've got this same paint effect. We've got some text. Maybe that is lyrics out of one of the songs. So I might as well read it for you. Up ahead, there's always blue sky. Just don't stare at it too long. Ride and seek, gone for weeks. Oh, sorry, hide and seek, gone for weeks. It's because it's on this paint effect. Can't get the excuses out. Take me away from everyone. Be a good idea. Swap the ending for the start. Like it never happened. You're never gonna get it back. Nice. That's lyrics from one of the songs. There's some text there. Yeah, Brody's on guitars, synthesizer and vocals. Gemma O'Connor's on vocals, feedback guitars and percussion. Melanie Barbaro is on bass guitar. Andy Lloyd Russell is on drums. All the songs written and produced by Brody John Brummer. It's mixed by Woody Anderson at Red Door Sounds, mastered by Rick O'Neill at Turtle Rock. Drums are recorded somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. Nothing too interesting there. Vocals recorded by Marty Brown at Standal One Studios. The cover artwork here today, there and here inside, is by Olya Dyer. So well done, Olya. Quite like that. Nice, different, interesting, nice colours. And a thank you. Thank you. No problem. My pleasure. So let's get inside. It's nice thick stock, uncoated. Good stuff. Right, there's the vinyl. Put that there. Okay, right, we've got coloured vinyl. That's side one. And when I thought, I didn't know I got this in colour, because I had a quick peek at it. I see. Because I wasn't sure, because it's just like a limited press and it didn't say what colour it was on Amazon, so I was expecting to be black, the standard one. If there is a standard one, I think possibly. So when I pulled it out, I was quite happy to have my rhubarb and custard-esque. There you go. Fan effect, I suppose you'd call that. It's going to look quite cool going around on the turntable, I suspect. Yeah, coloured vinyl, yellow and rhubarb and custard. You can't say that's what it is. On this side we've got the pink inner, fantasy colours, fantasy country, 33.5 RPM. Good times, big mess. Okay, it's real on side one, and then side two, they don't line up, unfortunately. Never mind. We've got this greeny, turquoisey green colour with the pink text on top. And there you go, side two, white knuckles, eyes open, this one, and boarding pass. So yeah, nice. That's a nice piece of vinyl. I like that. It's heavy too. And you know what that means? You know what that means. You're going to have a drink. Try and get through this. And yeah, this weight, I reckon that feels like 180 to me. That isn't hardly any bend in that. I'm gonna go, might go a bit one. Let's go, just go 165 or something, just to be awkward. Okay. Oh, well, according to that, unless my scales have thrown a wobbly a bit like myself, it's 188. Let's try. Let's just make. Yeah, same 188. So there you go. Great stuff. Flying colours. Bloody hell. Heavyweight stuff. Nice. I like that. And it reminds me of rhubarb and custard. The sweets. And thinking laterally there, the cartoon, which I loved. You know it goes. Bore you with that. I won't sing it either. Well, there you go. Good stuff. Flying colours. Fantasy country. Right, let's get into it. Bit deeper. Number one starts Good Times. Before I go into that, it's kind of well, I don't know where this phrase has come from, psych pop. But to me, it's a bit dream poppy, it's a bit shoegaze. There's a touch of the horrors in there, a bit of Slow Dive in there, a bit of Mogwai in there, a bit of New Order in there, a bit of My Bloody Valentine in there. It's very easy to see hear the influences on this record. I think that's one of the things that stands out about it. The other thing that stands out about it is there's a lot of duetting, so it kind of makes it stand out from the crowd a little bit there. The two, I'm quite sure who the two singers are. I can't remember the one, the writer guy and the girl. They sing, and it's really well done, really well mixed as well. I thought throughout, really good stuff, and it just made it stand out. And on most of the tracks, they are kind of doing this duetting thing together. A couple of the tracks are, well, one is instrumental, one is essentially an instrumental. There's not much lyrically in it. It's kind of like a twist on a shoegaze vibe of kind of, but it's like a jangly sweetness to it. It's got in some ways it's simplistic lyrically, but it's effortless, it's immersive, it's enchanting, it's fresh, makes you smile. It's very welcoming. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of depth and some nice layering in there of instruments and tunes. Really good stuff. Redefining noise within pop is something I read about, and I think that's a fair statement, to be honest. Very good stuff. Good, clever stuff. Nicely mixed and produced. I've said that's quite floaty as well. Kind of float away a little bit. Quite engrossing, I'd say. I've put a simple juxtaposing of key lyrics that hook you in. I just want to have a good time. For example, on one of the songs. It's really good. Starts out well. Tune called Good Times. Not their best song on the album. But it's a good lead-in. It's got this repeat line in. I just want to have a good time. Nice guitar riffage in there, swoony. It's got some wah-wah, fuzzy. The lyrics are a little bit throughout the whole album. The lyrics are a little bit back in the mix kind of thing. They've got that kind of what's that word? Dream pop. It's got a dream pop kind of way about it in some ways, but it's interesting. It keeps you interesting. Number 2, Big Mess. That's a good song. There's a lovely indie rock song, essentially. It's got a great melody and it's very singable. And the opening reminds me a little bit of Future Islands. Future Islands band, one of their when that main song of theirs. It reminds me of that a little bit. And it's quite raucous. It's fast paced. And there's a lyric in there. It's not easy to get away. Well, it's so easy to stay. I like that. And there's a repeat in there, like it never happened. Like it never happened. And it's just really easy to sing along and like. And it's a bit crazy, really. And it just flies by because there's 4 songs and it kind of wafts over you a little bit. But it is good. Number 3, OK. It's thumping. It's got a lush bass line, really thumping, lush bass line in it to start you off and really kind of garner your interest there. Horrors-esque. This is one that's a bit horrors-esque. And it builds beautifully, nicely layered, and it builds up. And there's a lyric in there, I woke up feeling this way. I've got some pills I can take that make it so I don't hate everything about my day. Metronomic singing in this one a little bit. And there's throw it all away, repeat again. It's really well structured, really well thought out. And their influences come flying through. And they just don't, just really good. Number 4, It's Real. It's got a New Order hooky bass line in this. One to look out for. There's a bass kettle drum sound, almost like gives it some real depth for the back of this song. That's another good song. Look out for that bass kettle drum sound right at the back. Really interesting sound, I thought. Really like that one. White Knuckles, number 5. Now that's a really standout track, I thought. This is one of the ones that it's almost like an instrumental. There's a little bit of lyrics in it. Essentially instrumental, I put. It's like this wind rush at the start, and it's really rolling, barrels along, and like you can imagine, like you've got your earplugs in and you're on your mountain bike or you're skiing down a bloody downhill ski slope, or doing something active, or jumping off a bloody cliff with a parachute on your back unopened. It's got one of that White Knuckles as well. It's got that about it. It's got a really good, I don't give a shit, let's get out there and, one life, live it type things about it. It's got a do in there. It's got everything. It's got cracking drum rolls, punctuated, swirling but subtle yet dynamic, I've put. Lovely layering, almost distant clapping in there. White Knuckles, wide open eyes is the lyric that gets repeated. Really good. White Knuckles, wide eyes, wide open eyes. It's really, really good. Really like that one. Great song. And I think we're on to this one, number 7. Very shoegazy intro to this one. Like the MBV feels really coming through on this. Crashing guitars ascending. This time, this one, there's a lyric in there. Simple but effective, a great guitar riff. I really like that song. Another really good song. This one, check that out. And it finishes. It's all over in a whirlwind. This, it's really crazy. There's so much like kind of going on to grasp onto. It's really good. Finishes with Boarding Pass. A working men's club vibe to it a little bit. It pounds along again. It's chugging, really chugs along. Delicious rhythms that string together. Echo laden, spaced out. And really great melody, and that's to finish. And that's probably like the simplest, quickest run through of an album I've probably ever done. And that's the feeling it gives you. It's kind of gets you on your tippy toes, and I think you'll really like it. I'll really like it. I'm looking forward to. There's no lyrics in there, unfortunately, which is a bit of a. But I'll get by. I've produced some of the lyrics. So I shall, But I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to getting it on very shortly. And got me whiskey. Do I need to say anything else? That's it. Highland Park 12-year-old, by the way. Always a good one. Yeah, in the supermarket, about 25 quid. Worth it. And I think that's it. So yeah, Flying Colours. We've done it. Well done. Great album. Short, sweet, to the point. You're getting what you're going to get. You got dream pop, you got shoegaze in there. If you're a fan of that, you really like this, I think. And the voice, as I say, the duet of voicing, the layering and the juxtaposition of those two voices really work and really make it stand out from the rest of the crowd. So yeah, good stuff all the way from Melbourne in Australia. Flying Two Eyes Colours with Fantasy Country. I shall put it on. Enjoy your evening. I might post this evening, or I might post it Friday morning. We shall see. Live a little, live dangerously. So I'll put White Knuckles on, which is number 1 on side 2. Nice piece of vinyl as well. Heavyweight, which is cool. So if you can get hold of it cheaply, good luck. And yeah, check them out. And I'll see you again very soon for episode 26 of Vinyl Reveals. Thanks for joining me. Cheers. Take care. Bye.